1 count. Greenspan gets the sign from Vento and delivers. That one hits her on the elbow right there. And Deo will go to first on the hit by pitch. So first base runner of the game here, going to be the catcher, Deo. So count remains full here. Vento still on second. And with 2 away.
The arrival, we've played the...
Hello everyone and welcome back to the UMass Boston softball field here for the bottom of the second inning. First pitch there from Caitlin Miller. So Gata stands in now with a 1-1 count. Tully on first. Nobody out here in the second inning. Hello everyone and welcome back to inning number 3. First game of this doubleheader today between UMass Boston and Plymouth State. And it is the shortstop Nora Butler leading off the top of the third for the Panthers. Greenspan still out there in the circle, and she throws strike 1 to Butler here. Has faced just 1 over the minimum so far, has Greenspan. 6 outs and a hit by pitch in the first 7 batters of the lineup for Plymouth State. And that is a strike right there. Butler quickly down 0-2. Greenspan working pretty quickly. And that one almost strike 3. Well outside, but Butler nearly swung at that one. Checks her swing, and the count will go to 1-2. And that one well outside. Count goes to 2-2 here on Butler. Wind is blowing pretty hard out towards left field right now. And that one is grounded towards third. And the play is almost made. The throw a little bit off right there from Bellotta. And Gata was unable to pull it in. So that'll probably be an error right there on the third baseman.
Now batting the second baseman, number 19, Lauren Archambault.
So first runner is on. And that brings up Lauren Archambault. Archambault looks to bunt and takes strike 1. Infield moving around, looking for the wheel play of sorts. No one at third, but shortstop covering second for what may be a sac bunt opportunity here. Greenspan winds, another attempt to bunt. That one dies in fair territory, and they will get the out at first. So sac bunt successful. That'll be scored 2-4. And that will bring us back to the top of the order.
And left fielder, number 23, Deborah Morrill.
Deb Morrill lined out to Braga, the shortstop, her first time up. Lefty stands back in now with a runner on second and 1 out. And that is strike 1 right there. And this will be an 0-1 pitch here, slapped towards second. That'll get a runner to third, but it will be the second out of the inning as Morrill is retired for 3 right there. Butler moves to third with 2 outs here, and that'll bring up Cassidy Emerson.
Number 12, Cassidy Emerson.
Emerson grounded out to second her first time up. And now an opportunity with a runner on third. but 2 outs. Big situation here for Plymouth State. Opportunity to tie the game. Greenspan looking to get out of this without allowing any runs, and she'll throw ball 1 there down and away to Emerson. And that one is outside for ball 2. Greenspan just missing on the first couple of pitches here. And Emerson up in the count 2-0 now. And that is strike 1 on the outside corner. Plymouth State looking for what would be their first hit of the day. Had 2 base runners through a hit by pitch and an error. But now one of those runners sitting on third base. And we have a 2-1 count on Emerson. That pitch is fouled off down the right field line, and that'll get out of play over towards the batting cage. And the count goes to 2-2. Greenspan 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Greenspan winds. The 2-2 is high. Changeup comes in right around helmet level on that one. Emerson looking a bit confused, but does not swing. And we have a full count now with 2 outs, runner on third base. Greenspan winds. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Chopped towards second, and that one will be caught by Danahy. And Greenspan gets out of the inning with no damage. So, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the third, and the Beacons lead 1-0. We'll be back after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the bottom of the third inning. UMass Boston leading Plymouth State 1-0 as Bellata leads off the bottom of the third here for the Beacons. And she will take ball 1, a little bit above the zone right there. Miller gets ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one in the zone, and it'll be swung on and popped up to second. Catch will be made by Archambault for the first out of the third inning. So that'll bring up Gigi Braga here.
The shortstop, number 3,
Braga grounded out to third her first time up. Has made a couple of good defensive plays already today. And the Beacons' leadoff hitter stands in. First pitch is a strike. And that one will be up and away from Braga for ball 1. Miller committed to keeping the ball as far away from slap hitters as possible so far. It's worked out pretty well. None of them have been able to get on base thus far. And the 1-1 slap to short, and that one will be right at the shortstop, Butler. She'll make the catch easily for out number 2. So that'll bring up Giovanna Bonilla. Center fielder struck out looking her first time up.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
So Bonilla stands in with 2 outs and nobody on. Miller winds. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. Last time up, Bonilla went up in the count 3-0. Ended up striking out on the next 3 pitches. And a bunt attempt. That one dives right in front of home plate. Pretty good bunt from Bonilla, and she will beat it out. A fantastic bunt single right there. And that was a beautiful bunt right there from Bonilla. She will make it on to first base with Vento coming up. Vento singled and scored in the first inning. She scored the only run of today's game. Roxanne Vento, the catcher for UMass Boston.
The catcher, number 9, Roxanne Vento.
So with Bonilla on first and 2 outs, Vento looking to get some offense going here in the 3rd inning, and takes a big swing at that one, but that'll be strike 1. Pawlina on deck. She had the only RBI of the game. Her RBI single back in the 1st. Made this game 1-0, which is where we still stand here in the bottom of the 3rd. Caitlin Miller deals. The 0-1 is lined into right. That one's a base hit. And that one will get all the way to the wall. It gets past the right fielder. And the runner will stop. Oh, no, they wave her around late. And she still comes in to score. They will throw out Vento at 3rd, most likely. But it is an RBI double for Roxanne Vento, and the UMass Boston Beacons take a 2-0 lead. So, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, no one left on base, and the Beacons take a 2-0 lead as we go ahead to the 4th inning. Beacons up 2-0 in the first game of this doubleheader. Hello again, everyone. Olin Hayes back here for the 4th inning between UMass Boston and Plymouth State here at the UMass Boston softball field. And the Beacons took a 2-0 lead in the last inning. Bonilla with a 2-out single, and Roxanne Vento drives it deep to right field with an RBI double, as this one is going to be caught in foul territory by Kelly Danahy on the first pitch of the inning. Ashley Deo 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch so far. Doing a good job are the Beacons limiting the star player on the offensive side for Plymouth State.
The designated player, number 22, Madison Harris.
That'll bring up Madison Harris, freshman DP. And the first pitch is down and away for ball 1. I mentioned this earlier, but these two teams have met in the last 2 LEC finals, with the Beacons winning both times. And this one is popped up, shallow right field. Coming in to field it is Pawlina. The ball will drop in for a single for Harris. It's the first hit of the day for the Plymouth State side. Third base runner, hit by pitch, an error, and now a single into right field. That one hit right in that perfect Bermuda Triangle spot between the center fielder, right fielder, and second baseman. And we'll get a special pinch runner here on first base for Harris.
Pinch running for Plymouth State at first base.
Mina Shaw, number 6, the junior outfielder, will come in to pinch run for Harris. In softball, of course, Harris can come back up as a batter next time. He removed for a pinch runner one time and come back into the game. And here's the pitch to Goss. That one misses down and away. And the pitch, outside for another ball. The count at 2-1 on Goss. Runner on first. Runner goes. Runner on second is a little bit high. Braga at least knocks it down, stops it from getting into the outfield too far. And that will be a stolen base for Mina Shaw, the pinch runner. The pitch was called a strike. And the count is 2-2 here on Goss. Runner on second with one out. Big stolen base there for Shaw to get a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Greenspan winds, and that one swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Jess Greenspan, and that's a big one.
The right fielder, number 4.
Now, with the runner in scoring position, there are 2 outs. Hannah Seidner comes up. She grounded out right back to the pitcher last time up. And Greenspan one batter away from keeping this shutout going here through 4 innings. First pitch from Greenspan, in there for a strike. The 0-1. That one misses outside. Last time up, Seidner went down 0-2 and grounded out. This time, better hitters count. Sitting at 1-1 right now. This is a big pitch in this game. Greenspan trying to keep the Panthers scoreless through 4 innings. And that one fouled off. And that'll bring the count to 1-2. Statistically, the 1-1 pitch is most important in any at-bat in determining the outcome. Difference in batting average, roughly 100 points from a 1-2 count to a 2-1 count. So now we get a 1-2 count on Hannah Seidner. 2 outs. Mina Shaw, the special pinch runner, on second base. And that one just missed inside. Looked good from back here. Audience letting them know behind us. And the count goes to 2-2. Greenspan winds, looking for the strikeout again, and that one fouled off towards the Beacons dugout. And we'll do it again. So Shaw still on second base. Seidner at the plate. And another 2-2 pitch. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Greenspan makes the play and throws out Seidner for the final out of the inning. We are halfway through this game, and the Beacons still maintain a 2-0 lead here through 3.5 innings. We'll see you in a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the second half of this game, starting off with the bottom of the fourth inning. Beacons with a 2-0 lead, looking to expand on it. Taylor Pawlina leading off this inning. Had the first RBI of the day, and she lines this one deep into center field, but it's going to be caught pretty comfortably by Cassidy Emerson. Good positioning right there. Emerson only had to take a couple of steps to get to that one, and it's a first pitch fly ball to center for the first out of the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Kelly Danahy. Danahy's made a couple of good defensive plays so far today. Lined out to the second baseman her first time at the plate.
Kelly Danahy.
And the first pitch to Danahy is up and away. That'll be called ball one. So Danahy at the plate. One out, nobody on base. Tully on deck, singled her last time up. Beacons trying to expand on a 2-run lead. That one's high for ball two. Miller looks in, gets the sign, and the 2-0 misses high for ball three. Danahy probably taking all the way. Wouldn't expect to see a green light with no one on base here. So Miller just trying to put this one in the strike zone, and she will. So the count does go to 3-1 here. And the only other time Miller fell behind a hitter 3-0 today, she actually ended up getting the strikeout over the next three pitches. See if she can replicate that here, or if Danahy can work her way on base. The 3-1 pitch comes in. That one slapped towards short, and that one will be caught. So solid contact from Danahy, but right at the shortstop, Nora Butler. And that'll bring up Tully. Alyssa Tully singled her first time up, ended up getting caught running on what was a sac bunt attempt that turned into a double play. But Tully hit the ball well last time up. Swings at ball in the dirt right there for strike one. Miller winds. The 0-1 pitch to Tully is in the dirt again. This time Tully does not bite. So 1-1 pitch coming up from Miller. And that one popped up foul territory back here behind home plate. Count goes to 1-2. Miller winds. And that one called strike three. Change up in there. Freezes Tully, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. First inning without any base runners for Caitlin Miller. And we'll move to the fifth inning with UMass Boston Beacons up 2-0 on the Plymouth State Panthers. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the top of the fifth. First pitch here is swung on and driven to center, where it is caught by Giovanni Bonilla. So a quick out right there for Landers.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13, Nora Butler.
And that will bring up Nora Butler. Shortstop's gotten a lot of work defensively so far today. She reached on an error her first time at the plate, got to third base, but was stranded right there when Cassidy Emerson lined out to finish the third inning. Butler lines this one down the left field line, but it is well into foul territory for strike one. The Panthers come out swinging here in the top of the fifth, looking to get some sort of offense on the board. They've struggled so far today. 1 hit, 3 total base runners, and Greenspan's been shutting them down as soon as there's any runner on base. Greenspan winds, and a good pitch right there. Fastball on the outside corner brings the count to 0-2. So Greenspan looking for the strikeout here. Just 1 strikeout so far today, but a lot of 2-strike counts with weak contact. And the pitch, change up there, well above the zone. Count goes to 1-2. And that one low in the zone, swung on and fouled off down the first base line. That one will get well out of play. So the count remains 1-2. 5th pitch of the at-bat upcoming here. Greenspan winds. Another 1-2 pitch. This one misses outside. Good at-bat so far from Butler. Solid contact on the first foul ball. Now battling back in the count here. Is it 2-2? Greenspan gets back on the rubber. And here is the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Line towards third. Diving stop. And the throw to first is just not in time. Just off right there. It was a great stop by Bellotta and almost able to make that play, but that will be a hit for Butler, who is on base for the 2nd time today. Has hit the ball to third twice. That one hit a little better. And that one will be scored as a single.
The second baseman, number 19, Lauren Archambault.
That brings up Archambault with Butler on first and 1 out. And that is ball 1. Panthers 0 for 5 with a runner on base so far today. See if Archambault can break that. Sack bunted her last time up. And that one lined into left field and deep. Prusmack going back, and she will make the catch. Good play by Kira Prusmack out there in left. And that is the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 23, Deborah Morrill.
That'll bring up Deb Morrill. Morrill 0 for 2 today, lined out to Braga to start off the game. Grounded out to second base her last time up. Greenspan stands in. First pitch to Morrill is outside for ball 1. And here is the 1-0 from Greenspan on the outside corner, just off the plate for ball 2. So falling behind in the count, 2-0 here is Greenspan. But 2 away in this inning. Runner on first is Butler. Beacon's still up 2-0 on the Panthers. And the 2-0 from Greenspan is in there on the inside corner for a strike 1. Greenspan really pushing the shutout as far as she can so far. As mentioned earlier today, 6 career shutouts for Jess Greenspan. Ties the all-time franchise record here at the school. And a bunt attempt right there. And a bunt attempt and combined with a hit by pitch there. It was hard to tell if it hit her directly or if it bounced off her bat first. Either way, she was not out of the batter's box, so the ruling is the same, and it is strike 2. And now Greenspan 1 strike away from going 5 innings without allowing a run. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. So count runs full. Runner will be going from first with 2 outs and a full count. Greenspan looks in. And that one grounded towards second. Danahy picks it up, flips to first, and that will be it. So they leave a runner on base once again in 5 innings. Panthers with 4 base runners, and they are 0 for 6 with runners on base so far. So the score remains 2-0 in favor of the Beacons after 4.5 innings. And we're going to take a quick look around Beaconville today as the number 22 UMass Boston Beacons baseball team hosts Keene State. UMass Boston is up 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th over there, just across the street a little bit. Lacrosse is currently trailing Keene State 13-4 in the second quarter, so they'll be looking to come back in that game, but down pretty far in the early going there. And we look ahead for this softball team. We're playing doubleheaders with Salve Regina next, and then Bridgewater State. Those are both road games. And then we'll be right back here at UMass Boston's softball fields against Western Connecticut State and UMass Dartmouth. Those are both conference games, and those are Saturday, March 30th and Tuesday, April 2nd. Those will be big games as we start off this conference season here in the Little East Conference. Last season, Plymouth State won the regular season, went into the playoffs as the 1st seed. UMass Boston snuck in as the 6th seed, ran through the playoffs, and took down the number 1 seed in the finals. So the Panthers looking to get some revenge for these last couple of seasons of getting knocked out in the finals by the Beacons.
Number 22, Cassidy Gata.
Beacons looking to keep their winning ways going here, and they lead 2-0 through 4.5. First pitch to Gata is a strike right there. This is Gata's second at-bat of the day. Tried to sack bunt the runner over in the 2nd inning, ended up popping it up and getting into a double play. And that one lined foul down the first base line. Good swing right there, though, from Gata. So Miller getting set once again in the circle. 0-2 count here on Gata. And the pitch from Miller. High ball right there. Swing and a miss from Gata on the rise ball. And that will be a strikeout. 4th strikeout of the day, rather, for Miller. Other 3 have been looking. First swinging strikeout of the day for Caitlin Miller. And that will bring up Kira Prusmack. She's been busy so far in the outfield, out in left field. Struck out looking, her only at bat of the game. And Prusmack will take ball 1. Infielders pushed very far in for Prusmack here. Prusmack in her first at bat kind of alternated between slap hit swings and just standing in there trying to drive it a bit more. And getting ready to bunt here. Pulls back, tries to slap, and fouls it off. Oh, they're saying the ball hit her after she left the batter's box. So that will be an out there.
The third baseman, number 13, Ari Bellata.
So out by rule on that one. That'll bring up Bellata, who takes ball 1 with a check swing. Bellata hit the ball fairly hard last time up, but it was right at the second baseman. And now here in the bottom of the 5th, she takes strike 1 there. Count goes to 1-1. Bellata swings, grounds that one to third. This one will be played pretty easily by the third baseman Landers, and that will do it. So a quick 1-2-3 inning right there.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 0 left on base. UMass Boston leads 2-0 after 5.
So 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings for Caitlin Miller, who has pitched quite well today, but the Beacons have managed to push 2 runs across. And we will go to the 6th inning. Just 2 innings left for the Plymouth State Panthers to get on the board. Right now the Beacons lead it 2-0. Hello everyone and welcome back for the 6th inning between UMass Boston and Plymouth State. Panthers batting here down 2-0. First batter of the inning is Cassidy Emerson. She takes ball 1 outside. Jess Greenspan still on the mound. Still looking for shutout number 7 in her career if she can get through the whole game. Greenspan deals just low. She wanted that one. So a 2-0 count here on Emerson. And Greenspan steps in. Right down the middle right there. Count goes to 2-1. And here's the pitch. That one well outside. Count goes to 3-1 here. A lot of 3-ball counts today for Greenspan, but no walks just yet. See if she can keep that going here. Cassidy Emerson 0 for 2 so far. Grounded out to second in the first, lined out to second in the third. And that one just inside, and it is the first walk of the day for the Panthers. So Emerson on first with a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Ashley Deo. Deo the catcher.
The catcher, number 34, Ashley Deo.
Deo takes ball 1 right there. Hit by a pitch in the first inning, fouled out in the 4th. Now comes up in a big opportunity here. Runner on first, nobody out in the 6th inning. And that is quickly 2-0 here as Greenspan falls behind another hitter. And we'll get a quick mound visit here. Coach Natalia Ardania going out to speak a little bit with Greenspan, make sure she's all right to keep going here. 72 pitches so far in today's game. First walk issued to Emerson, the batter before, and now a 2-0 count on Deo. So coach will just go out there, calm Greenspan down a bit, see if she can keep going, get through this inning, maintaining the lead. Getting set to go back again here. So Deo at the plate with a 2-0 count. Harris on deck. And that is a strike right there. Good pitch down in the zone on the inside corner. So Deo stands in now with a 2-1 count. Greenspan winds the pitch. That one in the dirt. 3-1. So a big pitch right here for Greenspan. Does not want to let a second runner on base already with no outs here. The 3-1 to Deo. Grounded towards short. Braga is playing it up the middle. It's going to be a tough out, and they're not going to get it. That is an infield single right there for Deo. Braga was going towards second to cover up the middle, and the ball was hit back towards third base. So a very difficult play.
Player, number 22, Madison Harris.
And now, first and second with nobody out. Best opportunity of the day for Plymouth State as the Panthers look to get back in this game. And it is Madison Harris re-entering the game. Was lifted for a special pinch runner back in the fourth after a single. That was the first hit of the day for the Panthers. We've got two more since then as Harris takes ball one. Greenspan stands in. And the 1-0. That one low again. Greenspan losing the strike zone a bit here in the sixth inning. And the pitch from Greenspan is low again. Greenspan having a hard time finding the strike zone this inning, down 3-0 to one of the scarier hitters on this team, Madison Harris. Mel Goss, the team leader in home runs, stands on deck. And that one called a strike. Harris tried to sell it a little bit, but not quite able to get the ball for a call there. So count goes to 3-1. Still a dangerous hitter's count here, but a step in the right direction for Greenspan. Back in the circle, and the 3-1 pitch. That one's low, and the bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning. And now we might get a pitching change here. Bases loaded with nobody out for the Plymouth State Panthers. Biggest moment of this game so far. Beacons have chipped away. A run in the first, a run in the third, both coming from two out base hits. And it looks like the question was just about Harris re-entering. No pitching change just yet. We are going to get a pinch runner now, and that will be it for Harris. Cannot be removed twice for a pinch runner and come back into the game. And that'll be Nia Colby coming in.
Running at first base for Plymouth State, number 5, Nia Colby.
And that will be it for Harris's day. Good day as the DP. 1 for 2 plus a walk. And now Mel Goss, team leader in home runs this season, with the bases loaded and nobody out. Greenspan is still out there in the circle. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Goss is 0 for 2 today. Hit the ball deep to center her first at bat. It was run down by Bonilla, and then she struck out swinging in the fourth. Greenspan winds. That one's sliced towards right field, and it is in there. It's a fair ball. That will score just one as the team had to hold up. But that is an RBI single for Mel Goss. 4 straight base runners to start off the inning. And that will bring up Hannah Seidner.
Number 4, Hannah Seidner.
So still nobody out. The score is 2-1. Bases are loaded for the right fielder Seidner, who has grounded out back to the pitcher both times up so far. Greenspan winds. First pitch is low. And that is really where she's missed most of this inning. Pitches have come in below the knees. And the pitch. Slap to second. They come home. And Danahy tried to get a tag out before throwing home instead of committing to the out at home. They will not get anybody on the play. And that'll be another run scored. The game is all tied up at 2. Landers takes ball 1.
Number 15, Jen Landers.
Landers has grounded out to short and flown out to center. Now she takes ball 1 here. In a 2-2 game, bases still loaded with nobody out. Hard swing at that one, popped up foul behind home plate and out of play. Landers takes a strike right there. Good pitch from Greenspan. Ball rising up there to around waist height. And now 2 strikes on Landers. It's the first 2-strike count of this entire inning, actually. And that one slapped into right field. And that one will get down and go almost to the wall. 2 runs will score. It is a 2-run double for Jen Landers. And Plymouth State takes a 4-2 lead, their first lead of the game. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning as the Beacons fall apart on the defensive side of the ball. Greenspan has been so good so far. Panthers 0 for 6 with runners on base before this inning. Now in this inning, 4 for 4 plus a walk with runners on base. And that is strike 1 to Butler as she tries to bunt. So the score 4-2 in favor of the Panthers. As Greenspan looks to limit the damage here. No sign of any other pitcher coming in for the Beacons. This is Greenspan's game, it seems. And that one on the outside corner for strike 2. So up in the count, 0-2 here on Butler. Archambault on deck. Butler has hit the ball hard to third base twice. Has reached both times, an error and then an infield single. That one's just outside. Keeping the ball away from Butler here. The 1-2 pitch from Greenspan popped up, shallow right field. Coming in to make the play, and the runner tags and comes in here to score, and they will throw her out at home plate. A fantastic throw from Taylor Pawlina in right field, and that is a double play. So a fantastic throw right there by Taylor Pawlina. Seidner tried to come in and score on what would have been a sac fly. Now there are 2 outs. Lauren Archambault is at the plate. And there's a chance here for Greenspan to get out of the inning without any further damage, with UMass Boston trailing by just 2. Archambault takes ball 1 right there. Count goes to 1-1. This one lined towards third, caught by Bellotta, and that will finally do it. But for the Panthers, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left after the double play. Plymouth State take the lead, and they will go into the bottom of the 6th, up 4-2. We'll be back after this. Welcome back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Gigi Braga leading off for the Beacons, and she will take strike one right there from Caitlin Miller. Miller still out there and now in line to be the winning pitcher if she can hold off the rest of the game. Braga 0 for 2 so far. And she takes ball one on the outside corner right there. Miller sticking to her routine here. The 1-1 pitch. That one's high and away. A little bit up out of the strike zone right there, and that will be ball two. So Braga looking to work her way on base. This has been the scary part of the lineup. After Braga, Bonilla, Vento, and Pawlina have all had very good days so far, and that's where all of the Beacons' runs have come from. That's a strike right down the middle right there. So the count goes to 2-2 here on Braga. The 2-2 pitch, Caitlin Miller delivers. And a swing and a miss from Braga. So she goes down swinging right there. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. Panthers still up by a score of 4-2. 4 runs in the top of the 6th after being held scoreless before that. Now here's Bonilla.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
Beautiful bunt for a single last time up. Came around to score on Vento's double. And that is a ball right there. A little bit low from Miller. Third baseman playing basically halfway between third base and home plate. That one slapped right back to Miller. Good defensive play with the backhand stop, and they just get Bonilla at first. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Now here's Vento. Only batter in today's game who has been on base every at bat. Single in the first, came around to score, and an RBI double in the third.
The catcher, number 9, Roxanne Vento.
So big moment here to see if Vento, who's been the most consistent offensive performer for this team in general, can get them back on the board here. Took a 1-0 lead on her run in the first, 2-0 lead on her double in the third. She takes ball one right there to start off this bat from Caitlin Miller. Miller winds the 1-0, and that one is low. Miller gets the sign. Looking to retire Vento for the first time. Got a 2-0 count right now. And they seem willing to pitch around her. She swings and misses at a pitch that was on the outside corner, maybe a little bit off the plate there. Vento clearly looking to make something happen here. 2-1 count. And the pitch. That one's low, ball 3. So good hitters count here for Vento. Taylor Pawlina on deck. And 3-1. Vento grounds this one, and a diving stop. They are not quite going to be able to throw her out. That is going to be an infield single for Vento, able to run that one out. Good diving stop by Archambault to get it and stop it from going into the outfield, but not able to scramble to the ball in time to stop Vento from getting on base. So, an infield single for Vento brings up Pawlina, and Taylor Pawlina has been a very good player today's game on both sides of the ball. Had the first RBI of the game with a single in the first inning. Flew out her second at bat, but hit the ball very well into center field. Also, of course, had that throw on the double play to cut off the last inning. Stop the bleeding in the top of the 6th. So now in the bottom of the 6th, Vento is on first, 2 outs. Pawlina at the plate, Danahy on deck if they keep the inning going.
Pinch running for UMass Boston at first base, number 19, Sarah Harlinski. At the plate,
Sarah Harlinski pinch running for Vento. And that is ball 1 right there to Pawlina. And that one is low as well. So a 2-0 count for Pawlina here. So a 2-0 count. Good hitters count here for Pawlina. And that one driven into left field. This one going back, and the catch is made just barely as Morrill is able to run that one down. So Pawlina hits the ball well for the third time today, but they will not get anything out of that. And we will go to the final inning with the Beacons trailing 4-2 against the Panthers. We'll be back after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 7th inning here at the UMass Boston softball field. My name is Olin Hayes, and we have one more inning of regulation here with Plymouth State up 4-2 on UMass Boston in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Deb Morrill shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1 in the dirt right there. Jess Greenspan still out in the circle for the Beacons. Greenspan shut out the Panthers through 5 innings, allowed 4 runs in the top of the 6th. And now Morrill pops this one up, shallow right field. Coming in is Pawlina, and she makes the catch. Great defensive play from Pawlina right there. And that's the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 12, Cassidy Emerson.
And that is a strike right there. Perfect pitch at the knees to Cassidy Emerson. Led off last inning with a walk. Came around to score on the RBI hit from Goss. Emerson 0 for 2 with that walk today, and she pops this one up. First base side. The catch will be made by Gaeta. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here to start the top of the 7th for Greenspan.
The catcher, number 34, Ashley Deo.
And the pitch, line to left field. That's a base hit. So Deo started today with a hit by pitch, fouled out in the 4th, then an infield single last inning to really spark that rally that got them the 4 runs in the 6th. Now a solid single to the left to keep this inning going. And this will be Samantha Cushing pinch hitting in the designated player spot. And she takes strike 1 right there. Takes the ball right there. And that one is up and away for ball 2 to Cushing. And that one skied into deep left field. Prusmack going back, and that one is caught at the wall. Fantastic play by Kira Prusmack to keep this game alive for the Beacons. An RBI double there, or triple maybe, would have led to a 5-2 game. Potential for even more. Instead, a fantastic play by Prusmack keeps the game at 4-2. And that is going to be it for the top of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 very loud out, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th as the Beacons look to come back and try to claim this game that they led for so long. 4-2 Panthers at the moment. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the last half inning, unless we go to extras here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Kelly Danahy leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Beacons. Takes strike 1 right there from Caitlin Miller, who is still out there on the mound looking for the complete game victory. The 0-1 to Danahy. Grounded towards first, picked up comfortably by the first baseman Goss, and that will be the first out. And that brings up Tully. Alyssa Tully with a single in the 2nd and a strikeout in the 4th. Her 3rd at-bat of the day here. Tully fights this one off into left field. That's a base hit. So a single in the left will keep the Beacons going here in the bottom of the 7th. So a first pitch hit right there. And that will get the Beacons going in the bottom of this 7th inning. Brings up Cassidy Gaeta. Gaeta will be pinch hit for here, it looks like. And that'll be Drew Washington pinch hitting. So the sophomore Washington getting into the game here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for the Beacons, the pinch hitter number 10, Drew Washington, and the pinch runner at first base, number 4, Brittany Burkett.
Brittany Burkett will pinch run at first. And strike 1 right there. Coming from Miller. Miller deals strike 2, higher part of the zone, but still in there. And is quickly 0-2 on Washington. And the 0-2 pitch. Washington fouls that one off. She will stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Miller very aggressive here on this at-bat. 3 pitches in the strike zone so far. Miller winds. Another 0-2 pitch. Washington grounds this to short. This could be it. There is one on the first not in time. They will not throw. So a fielder's choice for Washington. Perquette, the pinch runner, gets cut down. And that will bring up Prusmack. So Kira Prusmack kept this game alive for them with a fantastic defensive play in the top of the 7th inning. Now she tries to keep it alive on the offensive side. And she slaps that one foul down the third baseline. That'll be strike one to Prusmack. Caitlin Miller looking for the complete game here. 2 strikes away, but Prusmack is the tying run. Beacon's not out of this game yet. If Prusmack can get on, Bellotta is on deck. Swing and a miss right there for strike 2. Prusmack and the Beacons down to their last strike. Caitlin Miller steps into the circle again. Trying to finish off game 1 of this doubleheader right here. And the 0-2 pitch to Prusmack. And that is it. Delayed call right there. Home plate umpire checking with the base umpire to see if that check swing was in fact a swing. They ruled that it was. That'll be a 3-pitch strikeout. Miller goes all 7 innings, allows just 2 runs, and that is enough for the victory for the Panthers as they win it 4-2 here on the back of a 4-run top of the 6th inning. So that's going to be it for game 1 here today. Greenspan and Miller pitching the full 7 innings on their respective sides. Beacons go up early, a run in the first and a run in the third. The 4 and the 6th from Plymouth State, too much to handle for UMass Boston, and the Panthers will win game 1 of this doubleheader here. Game 2 will be coming up in about 20 or 30 minutes. And that is going to be it for our broadcast here on game number 1. We're going to take a quick look ahead at the rest of the schedule for the UMass Boston Beacons. Of course, they've got a game 2 coming up in just a few minutes here. But their next games will be doubleheaders at Salve Regina and Bridgewater State. And then they're back here at home for some conference games against Western Connecticut State and UMass Dartmouth. Those will be starting next weekend. And we'll take a quick look at our crew here on today's game. Thank you to everyone involved in today's broadcast. My name is Olin Hayes, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes for game number 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the UMass Boston Beacons and the Plymouth State Panthers. My name is Olin Hayes, and I'll be here with you for 7 more innings of action after Plymouth State won Game 1 4-2 in a tightly contested game the whole way. And before we get started on Game 2 here, we're going to take a look at a couple of Beacon spotlights and get to know the players a little bit better. Let's take a look at those.
The reason why I joined the Army Reserves because I thought it would help my career in the police enforcement, and I think I'd be a step in front of everyone else that was going to take the police exam and whatnot. So to become a part of the Army Reserves, I had to take a test to see what job I could qualify for, and I'm a 88 November, which is a movement coordinator, transporter, and Then I had to go to AIT, which is a job training. So after basic, it was 6 weeks of schooling for my job. And then I became a certified coordinator for the Army Reserves. We basically manage all the shipping that goes in and out for people that are on deployment and whatnot. Basic training was pretty rough. The first 4 weeks of it, I didn't think I was going to be able to make it. It was really just mental, not really the physical parts, because being an athlete, it was pretty easy for me physically, but mental was really tough. But I would definitely do it all again if I could. I've definitely grown up a little, and I don't take things for granted, especially going to school and stuff, because a lot of people that I met there, they did it to go to school, to get paid schools for and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going to take the civil service test in Boston on Saturday, so hopefully I can pass that and then get on the list to become a police officer.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We'll take a look at the starting pitcher for Game 2 here, freshman Haley Catania. After we saw Greenspan pitch the entire first game, this game looks like it will belong to Catania. Comes in 2-2 with a 2.78 ERA at 17 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just under 300. And she will face the exact same lineup that Greenspan faced earlier today. Starting off with the left fielder Deb Morrill, number 23, and we are just about ready to start off this Game 2. Sun has set here, temperature dropping a little bit. And Catania winds. Here's the first pitch of Game 2, and it just misses outside. Catania winds. 1-0 in there on the outside corner, and that is strike one. And a bunt here. Coming in to play it is the third baseman, Bellotta, and she just gets the play in time. Good play from Ari Bellotta right there. Throwing out the speedy Morrill at first base. So there's the first out of the game here in Game 2.
The center fielder, number 12, Cassidy Emerson.
And that'll bring up Cassidy Emerson. Catania steps in. And first pitch to Emerson, grounded right back to Catania. Quick throw over to first, and that will be the second out of the inning. So one pitch at bat right there. Catania has thrown 4 pitches so far. 2 outs into the inning, and now it'll be Ashley Deo, the catcher. And that is a strike right down the middle from Catania. Always important to know which hitters will take a strike. Deo clearly taking all the way on that one. And that one grounded hard into right field. And a throw comes into first, actually. Respectable attempt, but that'll be a single into right field for Deo. The strategy against Ashley Deo continues to be bend but don't break. We saw her get on base via a hit by pitch and a soft single and then a hard hit single in the first game. So not letting her beat them with the long ball or anything like that, but certainly consistently getting on base. And now with 2 outs in the top of the first, we get Madison Harris, designated player. Was on base a couple of times, lifted for pinch runners twice, which is, of course, the maximum amount of times that can happen in a game. And that one grounded hard towards second. Danahy flips to Braga, and that will do it. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We will go to the bottom of the first. Panthers 0, Beacons coming to bat.
The lineup for UMass Boston leading up.
So as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning, take a look at what we've got on the field right now. We've got the same lineup for the Panthers other than the pitcher. It is Kayla Matthew coming in to pitch this game after Caitlin Miller pitched the entire game 1. On the Beacon side, there's one change in the lineup. Pressmark moves up to 7th in the lineup, and Gaeta is replaced with Tori DeCenzo. So DeCenzo will come in and play first base in this game, as leadoff hitter Gigi Braga comes over to talk about future walk-up music. And she'll be leading off once again for this team. So other than DeCenzo coming in, it is the same lineup on the offensive side. And, of course, Catania is the pitcher now after Greenspan pitched all of game 1 for the Beacons. So it will be Matthew pitching to Braga in just a moment when we start off the bottom of this first inning. Beacons were able to make something out of nothing in the first inning last game. Get a run after 2 quick outs with a single by Vento and an RBI double by Pawlina. Or RBI single, rather. Vento was able to advance to second on a throwing error. Now Braga dances her way in, and we are ready to start the bottom of the first inning.
Leading off, the shortstop number 3, Gigi Braga.
Matthew winds. And that is strike 1 on the outside corner to Gigi Braga. Braga ready. Matthew ready. And that one in on the hands. Braga pops it up, shallow left field, and it'll be caught by the left fielder, Morrill. So the whole team playing very shallow for the slap hitters here. We saw the left fielder, Morrill, actually make the catch almost on the infield dirt right there against Braga. And they will not move back here. Bonilla will stand in, another lefty slap hitter. 3 lefties at the start of the lineup for the Beacons. Braga and Bonilla both slap hitters, and Vento much more powerful. As Bonilla takes ball 1 right there. Bonilla hitting over 500 at the start of the day through their 12 preseason games, or rather non-conference games. And a drop ball right there will be well out of the zone. Bonilla lets it go. It's 2-0. So here comes the 2-0 from Matthew, and that one will be outside for ball 3. So Bonilla probably taking all the way here. See if Matthew can throw a strike. Kayla Matthew winds. The 3-0 is just in there on the outside corner. We'll keep Bonilla at the plate for now. Count is 3-1 here. And Matthew gets ready. The 3-1 pitch. And that one is in there for strike 2. Right on the outside corner. Good pitch from Matthew. They continue to try to keep the ball on the outside part of the plate against the slap hitters. Good, basically effective tactic as the hitter is moving away from the plate. Put it as far away from them as you can. And that one is chipped foul over the third base dugout and out of play. So the at-bat will continue here for Bonilla. It's her first swing at the at-bat. Comes on pitch number 6, and we'll get a 7th one coming up. Another 3-2 pitch from Matthew as she gets back into the circle here. And the payoff pitch comes in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the game here in game 2. As Bonilla goes down swinging, and that brings up Vento. Roxanne Vento managed to get something going in game 1 in the first inning. Singled on an infield ground ball to short, and then the ball got away from the first baseman, leading to Vento getting to second. She then came in to score on Paulina's RBI single after that. That is ball 1 to Vento here, down and away. Matthew stands in. The 1-0 pitch. And that one misses outside again. So a 2-0 count here for Vento. Matthew taking her time with the signs. And a high ball right there. Vento with a confused swing, and that one will be fouled back for strike one. Matthew coming in with some interesting pitches so far. We've seen a drop ball. We saw that, which was some sort of changeup coming in on the hands. And that one coming in towards the hands of Vento, but doesn't quite get there. And it's above the strike zone, so that one will bring the count to 3-1. Matthew winds the 3-1. Line into center field. That is going to be a base hit, and it goes all the way to the wall. Vento rounds first. She is going for two, and she will get in there. It is a double off the base of the wall in left center for Roxanne Vento. And once again, the Beacons have a chance to score in the first inning. Taylor Pawlina coming up to the plate now with a runner in scoring position, just like she had in Game 1's first inning.
The center fielder, number 15, Taylor Pawlina.
So Pawlina stands in. Vento on second. 2 outs. Matthews' first pitch. Grounded towards third. That's a base hit. Vento will probably be held at third. The ball was hit very hard. But that will be a base hit for Pawlina. Keep the inning going. First pitch hit. And now it'll be up to Kelly Danahy. Second baseman will try to get the run in from third with 2 outs. We'll see if they try any sort of first and third play. See a lot more of those in softball compared to baseball with the shorter distance between the bases. So we very well may see Pawlina go for second here. And that is a strike. And we see the play revealed there. Shortstop goes to cover. Pitcher not getting out of the way. So Danahy with first and third. 0-1 count, 2 outs. And she takes a ball right there. That one just missed. So a 1-1 count right here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Matthew looking at her wristband for the answers. And that one drops in there. Beautiful changeup from Matthew, and the count is 1-2. Matthew winds. The 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss from Danahy will end the inning. So 2 base hits there for the Beacons, but no runs, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. At the end of 1, we are scoreless here in Game 2.
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base through 1 inning of play. We're tied at 0.
Yeah. Ride with the mob, Alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. Berg is the name. Ben Baller did the chain. Tono for the watch. Prezi play.
24, Mel Goss.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the second inning here of game number 2. Score 0-0 as we go to the top of the second with Mel Goss leading off for the Panthers here. Haley Catania in the circle for the Beacons, and the first pitch of the inning is fouled back here behind home plate and out of play. Catania winds, that one in the dirt and blocked by Vento. So the count goes to 1-1 on Goss. Goss had the big hit that really blew the game open in the first game for Plymouth State. Came up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Kept the rally going with an RBI single that started their scoring for the day. And that one is fouled off once again, bringing the count to 1-2. And the 1-2, grounded right back to the pitcher. Catania fields, throws to first, and there's the first out here in the second inning. That'll bring up Hannah Seidner, right fielder. So Seidner at the plate, one out. Nobody on here in the second inning.
Number 4, Hannah Seidner.
First pitch from Catania is high. Seidner certainly with one of the smaller strike zones in today's game. Catania winds, and that one is again pretty high, but that one swung on and fouled back. And the count goes to 1-1 as Seidner knocks that one over the backstop. Catania throws that one in there low, just below the knees. So count goes to 2-1 here on Seidner. That one lined towards third, diving stop. And Bellotta gets it in time. Beautiful play by Ari Bellotta. And that will be the second out here in the second inning as Seidner hit the ball pretty well, but Bellotta was able to get to it. We've seen a few of those plays from her so far today. That's the first one here in this game, too. So that brings up Jen Landers. Had another big hit for this team in the 6th last game. And she takes strike one here from Catania. And swung on and grounded right back to the pitcher. Catania with her third assist of the day. And that's a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the second. Catania working very efficiently so far. Thrown just 17 pitches through 2 innings and allowed just one hit. We will go to the bottom of the second. Score tied at 0 so far. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. Alyssa Tully is going to lead off here, and she lines that one off the glove of the second baseman, and she will reach on the play. Ball thrown away. That will still be a single there for Tully. Hit the ball hard off the top of the second baseman's glove. Was nearly reeled in by Archambault, but she was not quite able to reach that high. Seidner tried to get the ball in first in time, but Tully will be on with a single. So a first pitch single for Tully. That brings up Kira Pressmark.
Kira Pressmark.
So Pressmack made a few big defensive plays in game one. Was mostly held in check at the plate as she tries to bunt her way on there. So the count 1-1 here. Infield pushed in pretty far. Pressmark shows bunt, ends up taking, and that will be ball 2. So Pressmack looking to work her way on base here. DeCenzo is on deck. She's the only player in the starting lineup that we did not see last game. Pressmark showing bunt again, and this one is caught. This time Tully is fully aware. So no double play this time. We saw that last game. Now it'll be Tori DeCenzo with 1 out and a runner on first. Bellata on deck. And we'll get back to the top of the lineup after that. So Tori DeCenzo, the only player, as I mentioned, who did not start the first game, who is now in the lineup for this one. So we'll see what kind of an impact she can have here. The bottom side of the order did not have much of an offensive impact in game one, as DeCenzo swings at that one, fouls it back behind home plate, and out of play. And that one lifted up towards third softly, and it'll be played easily by Landers. So DeCenzo makes contact, but not able to do a whole lot with that one, and it'll be Bellata coming up, who's done a very good job defensively today. And now with a runner on first and 2 outs, Bellata will try to keep this inning going, get to Gigi Braga, who's on deck. Bellata swings at the first pitch, pops it up to right center field. All 3 players converging right there. And Tully lost count of how many outs there were, but that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Fly out to the right fielder, Seidner. And that is it for the bottom of the second. Tully with a leadoff single, but the next 3 beacons are retired in an order after that. So we will go to the 3rd, and the score currently still 0-0 here at the UMass Boston softball field. Take a quick look around at some other scores of games in progress for the UMass Boston sports teams. We have a couple of games that have just finished up as baseball took down Keene State 3-2. Lacrosse also played Keene State, and that game has actually gone final, scored 19-5. So baseball picking up a win today, lacrosse falling to a difficult opponent. We'll take a quick look at the Little East Conference scoreboard here. A bunch of other doubleheaders going on today in softball. Castleton and UMass Dartmouth. UMass Dartmouth wins game 1, up 3-2 in game 2. Rhode Island College dominating against MCLA. A couple of mercy rule victories right there. And Southern Maine and Eastern Connecticut State have started a little after everyone else. EastCon up 5-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning over there. Welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning here. It's Nora Butler at the plate, who had a big offensive and defensive day in game 1. She will try to keep that going here in game 2. And that is going to be ball 1. So 1-0 count here on Butler. Catania winds, and that one is just low. Very close call on that one. Good pitch, though, from Catania. And now the count 2-0 on Butler. Archambault on deck. And that one swung and fouled back for strike 1. Catania working very quickly so far in game 2, faster than we've seen any of the other pitchers working today. On the other side of that, Matthew has been getting into her motion pretty quickly, but has a very long, extended motion between pitches. Catania gets the ball, is immediately ready to throw it. This one's going to be fouled off for strike number 2 in this at bat. Count goes to 2-2. That one's fouled off, so we will keep going here. Butler maintains the count at 2-2. Catania deals, fouled off again. Butler working the count pretty hard here. We will see pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. The entire first inning only lasted 7 pitches for Catania. So Butler extending this at-bat as much as she can. And another 2-2 pitch coming in from Haley Catania. That one's going to be a roller in there. And we will continue here with a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here from Catania. Butler steps back in. Here's the payoff pitch. And that one grounded to short. Braga is playing back. She charges in and gets the play at first base. Good throw from Braga to secure the first out of this 3rd inning, and that'll bring up Lauren Archambault. So Archambault comes up, the 9-hitter for the Panthers. 1 out, nobody on here. 3rd inning, no score here in game 2. For those of you just joining us, the Panthers won game 1 4-2. After the Beacons went up 2-0 early. A 4-run 6th inning turned the game around, and Plymouth State held on to win by that score. Now we got a 2-0 count here on Archambault. So a 2-0 count here to Archambault. She's swinging on the play, and it just goes off the glove of Danahy. And that's going to be a single for Archambault. And that will be a base hit for Lauren Archambault. Her first of the day, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Deb Morrill at the plate with Archambault on first and 1 out.
23, Deborah Morrill.
So Morrill, the lefty, stands in. And that one is just a little bit high for ball 1. Infield in at the corners. Check swing. Don't believe that was a real swing, and the field umpire will agree on that. So the count goes to 2-0. Morrill in a hitter's count here with a runner on first. And that is a strike on the outside corner. And a swing and a miss. Morrill waving at that one on the outside corner. Good pitch from Catania. And the count goes to 2-2 here. Runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Scoreless game 2 here of the doubleheader. And Catania deals. That one fouled away over the third base dugout. Catania stands in. Another 2-2 pitch, and this one's fouled away again. So some good battles so far in this inning. Catania threw just 17 pitches through the first 2 innings combined, already at 17 here in the third alone. After an 8-pitch at bat rather for Butler. Now this is going to be pitch number 7 here. That one's high and inside. Tough pitch to hit. Moral Ducks out of the way of that one. And this will be pitch number 8 with a full count here. The at-bat almost exactly mirroring Butler's at-bat. And that one grounded foul. We will keep it going. The at-bats actually matched exactly up until that point. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 fouls, another ball. So now pitch number 9 of this at-bat alone coming up. Morrill fouls another one off, hanging tough here. As we will continue this extended at-bat. Archambault still on first. 1 away here, top of the third inning. Haley Catania, the freshman, looking for the strikeout. And gets a swing and a miss. And they will get the double play. A strike him out, throw him out. Double play to end the inning right there. It was a half-hearted swing for sure from Deb Morrill. She was not happy that she had swung at that one. And then a great throw from Vento to get the double play at second base right there. As Archambault is caught stealing. And that will do it for the top of the third. We are still scoreless. We will see you in the bottom of the third.
Leading off for the Beacons in the bottom of the third, the shortstop number 3, Gigi Braga.
Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the third inning right here. After a long inning that only actually saw 3 batters come to the plate, we got Gigi Braga leading off for the Beacons in the bottom of the third. And she will run up and let that one go by for ball 1. The 1-0. Looking to bunt her way on right there. That's going to be a strike. Braga's been very good in the field today. Had a rough time at the plate so far. Slapping the ball and just always seeming to find an infielder right away. And that one slapped foul the other way, and that will be strike 2 of this at-bat. 1-2 count on Braga. Looking for some open space to slap the ball to here. Biggest gap certainly is up the middle at the moment. Third baseman playing almost halfway into home plate. And we see the 1-2 pitch. That one's high. Braga will let it go. So the 2-2 pitch. Matthew deals to Braga. Slap towards third. Good stab right there from the third baseman Landers, and that will do it for Braga. Once again, grounding out towards third base. And that will bring up Giovanni Bonilla. Bonilla struck out in a long at bat her first time up.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanni Bonilla.
So Bonilla coming to the plate, and the first pitch from Matthew is in there for a strike. Matthew looking in, gets the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bonilla. Looking to bunt, he'll pull it back, and that'll be ball 1 as the ball was in the dirt. Asked to appeal with the field umpire there, but clearly no swing. Pulled the bunt back pretty early. So a 1-1 count here on Bonilla. Matthew getting the sign and delivers. Lets that one go high. So the count 2-1. Score still 0-0. And that one's high again. So 3-1 here on Bonilla. Looking to get on base for Vento, who's always a threat no matter what the situation. They would love to get her up with a runner on this time. She doubled off the left center field fence last time. Matthew winds. The 3-1. Chopped backwards, and that will be foul over near the scoreboard. And the count runs full on Bonilla. And a slap there goes foul on the third base line, so the at-bat will continue. We'll have another 7-pitch at-bat for Bonilla at least. Struck out on the 7th pitch, her first time up back in the first inning. But battling to stay alive here. And we'll get another 3-2 pitch here from Kayla Matthew. And the pitch. Chops just past the third baseman. And a beautiful slap right there from Bonilla for a single. And that is the goal. As a slap hitter, just find that hole in the defense, get the ball through as best you can, and use your speed to come around and score. And that will be up to Vento and Pawlina to see if they can make that happen in this inning. Roxanne Vento doubled in the first inning, made it to third base before being stranded there.
The catcher, number 9,
She's hit the ball very well so far today. See if she can keep it up here. Matthew winds. And that one will drop low. So Vento not biting on the drop ball, and it is 1-0. And the pitch from Matthew down the middle, and that one got in on her hands a little bit. It falls in front, and no one could figure it out. That's an infield single there for Vento. The ball had some backspin on it. It hit in front of second base and just died. So no error there. Just an infield single for Vento. And it is impressive. A power hitter like Vento able to get 2 infield singles on the board today as well. And now the Beacons are set up. First and second with just 1 out here for another of their best hitters.
The right fielder, number 15, Taylor Pawlina.
And it was Taylor Pawlina who had the first RBI last game. Now an opportunity with 2 runners on and 1 out. And that one will bounce in the other batter's box for ball 1. So Pawlina steps back into the box. 1-0 count here. Matthew getting the sign, begins her delivery. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and popped up foul back here behind home plate. And the count will go to 1-1. Matthew getting ready. Here is the 1-1 pitch. And that one just inside. Good take from Pawlina. And that's big now. Good hitters count. 2-1 for Pawlina. 2 runners on here. Big opportunity for the Beacons to cash in and take the lead here in game 2. Matthew winds. The pitch is just low, and that is ball 3. So now a dangerous count for a dangerous hitter. And Matthew will try to work her way out of this jam. Beacons looking to crack onto the scoreboard for the first time in game 2. Here is the 3-1. Grounded to short. This could be 2. They will at least get 1 at third. They will get the lead runner rather than going for the double play. So fielder's choice right there. And we continue to have an opportunity here. It'll be up to Kelly Danahy. Came up in a similar situation in the first inning. That was first and third 2 outs. This one first and second 2 outs. Danahy struck out in the first. We'll see if she can get anything going this time. And the first pitch from Matthew is low for a ball. Danahy, like a lot of the Beacons, had a good day so far defensively. Not a whole lot going on offensively for anyone on this team outside of Vento and Pawlina. Bonilla starting to contribute as well. If they can get some production out of Danahy here, it would be big. And here it is, a single into left center field. That is going to score a run. The ball is bobbled right there, and it is a huge RBI single for Kelly Danahy to break the scoreless tie. That is exactly what the Beacons needed, and it's a fantastic piece of hitting from Danahy right there. Beacons lead 1-0. So it takes 1 ball down out of the strike zone, gets a great pitch to hit on the second pitch right there, and Danahy does a great job with it.
Player number 14, Alyssa Tully.
And that'll bring up Alyssa Tully with first and second and 2 outs. Tully singled last inning. And that is going to be strike 1 on the inside corner. Another single here could potentially score a second run for the Beacons. And Tully's been on base a few times today. And that one dies right after contact. Right back to the pitcher for out number 3. But the Beacons pick up a run. They leave 2 on base. No errors, 2 left on. And we will go to the 4th inning with the Beacons having a 1-0 lead. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the 4th inning here between the Panthers and Beacons in Game 2 today. Beacons just took the lead 1-0 in the bottom of the third on an RBI single from Kelly Danahy. And now the first pitch will be a strike from Catania. It looks like we have a new catcher in the game. Update on that in a moment. And that one is going to be grounded to short. Gigi Braga is there, and that's going to be out number 1.
Now batting the designated player, number 34, Ashley Deo.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Deo. 1 out, nobody on base. And that one's going to be blocked by who I believe is Diuti. Confirm on that in a moment. Which one? Which one? And that one is popped up deep into right center, and it's going to be run down by Bonilla. And so that is Ali Diuti, the new catcher. Vento moves to DP. We'll figure out I'll give you all the details on that next inning. For now, that is ball 1 to Madison Harris. And that one is driven deep to center. That one is gone. That is an emphatic home run from Madison Harris. The freshman putting the Panthers on the board this game. Solo home run right there for Harris. Ties the game at 1. And the Plymouth State dugout out to greet her right there. First home run of the day.
First home run of the career for number 22, Madison Harris.
And there's the first career home run for the freshman Harris. Congratulations to her. And it's a big one. Ties up this game just before the halfway mark. Just when it looked like Catania was going to get through another shutout inning, we have a home run for Madison Harris, and that'll bring up Mel Goss. So 2 away, nobody on. 1 run in, though, for the Panthers. And now Goss, who grounded out to the pitcher her first time up, had an RBI single to start off the scoring for them last game. This one driven hard to short. Braga handles the awkward hop perfectly, and that will be it for the inning. First pitch swinging, and that is an out. So that'll be it for the top of the 4th. Score 1-1 as we get halfway through. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Olin Hayes back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Just want to clarify on the substitution that we had last inning. It was a double switch. Ali Diuti comes in, and she becomes the catcher. Vento, who was previously the catcher, moves to designated player, and Tully is out of the game, at least for the moment. And now we have Prusmack coming up to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. So everything back to normal here. Prusmack in the box, and the first pitch, bunt attempt, misses, and it is strike 1. Prusmack stands in. The 0-1 from Matthew. Changeup gets Prusmack out in front, and it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count here on Prusmack. And that one over her head, not going to bite that time. So 1-2. And the pitch just missed outside. Good take from Prusmack. Count 2-2. Matthew looks in. And here is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss right there from Prusmack for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Kayla Matthew. And that will bring up Tori DeCenzo, first baseman.
The first baseman, number 21.
Fouled out to the third baseman her first time up. And a changeup in there for strike 1. Matthew's certainly been favoring the changeup a lot the last couple of innings. It's worked quite well, been able to locate it very, very effectively. It was the fastballs mostly that got lit up in the last inning. And a hard swing and a miss right there from DeCenzo, looking for something big there. Instead, it'll be strike 2. Matthew getting the sign. Now the 0-2 pitch, that one above the head of DeCenzo. So DeCenzo stays in there. Count is 1-2 here on the Beacons' first baseman. Matthew gets the sign. And the pitch. Change up, grounded to third. And good play there by Landers to throw out DeCenzo. So here comes Bellata. Ari Bellata's had a great day defensively so far. Hit the ball pretty well last time up. Flew out to the right fielder, Seidner.
The first baseman, number 13, Ari Bellata.
So it'll be Bellata with 2 outs and nobody on. If she gets on, we go back to the top of the order with Braga. A swing and a foul ball back towards us for strike 1. Matthew taking her time. Now checks in for the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up into shallow right field. This one might get down and it will be caught by the approaching Seidner for the final out of the 4th. So we go into the 5th inning. Score is 1-1 here between the Beacons and the Panthers here in Game 2. Panthers won the first game 4-2. We'll be back in just a moment for the 5th.
The right fielder, number 4, Hannah Seidner.
Welcome back, everyone, to the UMass Boston softball field. My name is Olin Hayes, and I'm here with you for the final 3 regulation innings here as Seidner drills that one foul on the left field line. And Prusmack won't quite get there, so strike 1, just a very loud strike right there for Seidner. Certainly the hardest she's hit the ball today. That one goes a long way, but pulls it a little too hard. The Beacons went ahead 1-0 in the 3rd inning of this game as a good sliding catch right there from Pawlina will retire Seidner for out number 1. Immediately in the top of the 4th, the Panthers were able to get that run back on a solo home run to center from Madison Harris. Freshman with her first career home run comes in Game 2 of conference play here in the LEC.
The third baseman, number 15, Jen Landers.
Jen Landers now steps up to the plate. One away here, nobody on, top of the 5th inning. And that one misses outside. We've seen the same lineup stay in through the vast majority of today. Only substitution we've seen is for the Beacon side. Tori DeCenzo coming in to play first base for Game 2 after it was Cassidy Gaeta in Game 1. And there's strike number 1 to Landers. We also saw Ali Dayuti, who is now the catcher. Did not start this game, but has come in to replace Vento behind the plate and replace Tully in the game. Vento moves to the designated player spot. And that one is high and away for ball 2. Haley Catania still in there, the freshman pitcher for the Beacons. Done a good job so far. The one hiccup against Harris, but other than that has looked very solid. And that one is bounced slowly to third. Hard play for Bellata, but she makes it, and that is going to be out number 2. Ari Bellata continues to play very, very well on the defensive side of the ball today.
The shortstop, number 13, Nora Butler.
And that'll bring up Nora Butler. Really battled in her last at-bat before eventually grounding out to the shortstop, Braga. Butler swings and lines that one just past the diving Bellata and into left field. That's a first pitch single for the shortstop Butler, who has had a lot of very good at-bats today. Makes good contact there on the first pitch to get on base with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lauren Archambault, who was able to get a single last time just off the glove of Danahy, but then was caught stealing on what turned into a strike him out, throw him out double play. Archambault gets the bat down onto the ball, and I believe that one will just fall foul. So the score, 1-1 here, top of the 5th inning. 0-1 count on Archambault. And that one bounced off the plate and foul. Count goes to 0-2. So Catania 1 strike away from getting through this inning as well. Again, the score just 1-1 so far. It's been a defensive day all around between the 2 games. Just the one big offensive inning on the side of the Panthers, and that one is lined into right field. Going back is Pawlina, and she makes the catch. And that'll be it for the top of the 5th. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score still all knotted up 1-1. We will be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th inning. We have a pinch hitter, Kaylee Ruggiero, coming into the game. Braga has not reached base yet, so she will take a seat for now, and Ruggiero will come in. Now 1-0 pitch. Matthew deals to Ruggiero. And that one's in the dirt for ball 2. So Braga will still be eligible to come back in and play the field starting next inning if they want. But Ruggiero coming in, try to get on base here. She's got a 2-0 count here with nobody out to lead off the bottom of the 5th. And that one popped up high in foul territory. And catcher just runs out of room right there. Deo was almost able to get to that one. So a 2-1 count here on Ruggiero. And the 2-1 pitch. Ruggiero swings and drives that one back foul again. So count goes to 2-2. Ruggiero making contact twice in a row here. See if she can get on base and start things off here. Bonilla and Vento also coming up in this inning. And that is part of who produced the run that they were able to push across earlier in this game. And that one falls low and outside. So count runs full on Ruggiero. Good at bat so far for the pinch hitter. And Matthew Wines here is the payoff pitch to Ruggiero. That one popped up, shallow left field. Shortstop calls off the left fielder, and the shortstop Butler will make the catch. So Ruggiero makes contact, but not going to get that one to fall. And now we will get to Giovanna Bonilla once again. She singled in her last at bat. Ended up being thrown out on a fielder's choice, but Vento was able to come around and score just after.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
So if she can get things started here once again, that'll be big for the Beacons as they look to take the lead back once again. That one is outside for ball 1. Beacons have been ahead or tied for the vast majority of today. Of course, they did end up losing game 1, and now they're tied again in game 2. Score being 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch to Bonilla is in there on the inside corner for a strike. So count 1-1 on Bonilla. Matthew Wines. And that one chopped towards short. Bonilla's got a chance, and she's going to beat that one out. Beautiful slap hitting right there from Bonilla. So an infield single will bring up Roxanne Vento. Catcher has a double and a single so far today. Scored her last time up, got to third the time before. This is where a lot of their offense comes from. Vento up now, Pawlina on deck, Danahy after that. Danahy had the first RBI of this game back in the 3rd inning. Now in the bottom of the 5th, Vento, who has moved to the designated player spot after catching about 10 innings today. And she will take strike 1. So Vento standing in. Matthew taking her time on the signals as usual. And that one fouled back by Bonilla, or by Vento rather, for strike 2. So an 0-2 count here, but still a very dangerous hitter at the plate in Vento. Matthew trying to get her out for the first time. And the pitch slapped the other way, and that one will be caught after a slight delay on the ruling right there, but a good sliding catch right there from the left fielder, Deb Morrill. And they will finally retire Vento. She did hit the ball very well once again. And that'll bring up Pawlina. Paulina's hit well so far today. Single and a fielder's choice in this game. Had an RBI single in the 1st inning of game 1 as well. Trying to get things set up again for Danahy. And the changeup will go outside there. So a 1-0 count here. Bonilla is on first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Tie game 1-1. And that one line, base hit down the left field line. That one will be cut off, and the runners will hold at first and second. But a chance here once again on offense. And it is Kelly Danahy in the same situation that she was in last time. First and second with 2 outs. Last time she was able to get an RBI single to give the Beacons the lead. Can she do it again right here? If Danahy gets on, Ali Diuti is on deck. So Danahy takes strike 1. Danahy stands in. Matthews still taking her time between pitches. And the 0-1. Outside corner, going to be called a ball. A borderline pitch right there. And now the count 1-1. Again, runners on first and second here for Danahy. She converted in this opportunity back in the 3rd. And maybe does it again. This one driven deep to right. And that one is going to bounce up against the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes Pawlina. She will be tagged out at home plate. But that will be an RBI double for Kelly Danahy. And the Beacons have the lead once again. And it looks like an injury on the play. Pawlina got tagged out hard on the hand right there. But that will be another run for the Beacons. They lead 2-1 here going in to the top of the 6th. And that's where the Panthers broke the game open last time. We'll see if Catania can hold them off here when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Olin Hayes here with you for the top of the 6th inning between the Panthers and Beacons in Game 2 of this doubleheader. As we expected, Gigi Braga has re-entered the game as the shortstop once again after Ruggiero pinch hit for her last inning. It is going to be Deb Morrill, the leadoff hitter, starting off the top of the 6th right here. Catania winds. First pitch of the 6th is low for a ball. Catania, through 5 innings so far, has only allowed that home run to Harris. Other than that, has really shut down the Panthers' offense, and that one is going to be high, bringing the count to 2-0. Morrill has struggled at the plate today. Good long at bat last time up, but did end up striking out on the 10th pitch. And that one's low. Count goes to 3-0 here. As Catania will try to not lose this one in the 6th like the Beacons did in Game 1. Emerson on deck, Deo up after that. As we get a free strike right there on the 3-0 pitch. Morrill taking all the way. And that one is just high for ball 4, so she loses Morrill. And that is a 5-pitch walk that'll bring up Cassidy Emerson. So Emerson at the plate, 0 for 2 so far in this game. Started off that big sixth-inning rally with a leadoff walk, just like we just saw from Morrill. So an important batter here for the scope of the game.
Plate, the left fielder, the center fielder, number 12, Cassie Emerson.
So Emerson takes ball 1. Catania winds. Emerson shows bunt, and this one should be a sacrifice. Successful. Ooh, and nearly a pickoff there, but also nearly a ball going into the outfield. But it will be a put out, scored 1-4 on the sac bunt. So successful sac bunt for Cassidy Emerson. That brings up Ashley Deo. You see a lot more sac bunts in softball compared to baseball in that situation. Runner on first, nobody out. Not only with the shorter distance between the bases, but here in this specific situation, of course, they have their 2 best power hitters coming up immediately. And that's going to be ball 1 to Deo, who now sits with a 1-0 count, and a runner on second with only 1 out. Madison Harris, the home run hitter from earlier, on deck. That one slapped into center field. That is a base hit. Might be too hard to score a run. We'll see if they send the runner. They will not. So runners are on the corners, and they will run the first and third play right there, getting to second and third. So a single, extra base on the throw for Deo. And now second and third with 1 out for Madison Harris. Would not be a bad decision here to walk her, but they may just pitch to her and see what they can get. Mel Goss on deck, also a dangerous hitter. First base is open. They can pitch around her a bit if they want, and that will be ball 1. So Catania throwing the 1-0 low right there. So 2-0. They do not want to give Harris anything big to hit after she hit that home run to center field a couple innings ago. And that one lined right back at the pitcher. Catania looks the runner back, throws to first. They will get the out and hold the runners. Or no, they did not get the out at first. Interesting right there. Looks like Harris was, in fact, safe at first. Took too long to look the runner back. And now the bases are, in fact, loaded with only 1 out for Mel Goss. Goss has grounded out to the pitcher and grounded out to the shortstop. And this right here is the biggest at-bat of the day. We get a special pinch runner coming in. It's going to be the same one from earlier, number 6. And that is Mina Shaw.
Pinch running at first base, number 6, Mina Shaw.
First pitch to Goss is low. So again, it comes down to the top of the 6th inning, and it is Mel Goss, who had one of the big hits last time, against Haley Catania, who throws strike 1 right there. Count goes to 1-1. And that one lined, the left field base hit. That will tie the game and potentially put Plymouth State in the lead. They will hold the runners at third, but it is an RBI single for Goss. And now the game is tied up at 2. Once again, it is Goss who gets the first RBI here in the top of the 6th. And the Panthers are looking to take the lead once again here in the 6th inning. It'll be up to Seidner now. Hannah Seidner hit the ball a long way last time. It was caught by the right fielder, Pawlina. And now this one lined into right field. Pawlina will get there, but it will score a run. So a sac fly right there. Ball gets away. A chance for another one. Diuti backing up. Play at the plate is not in time, and that is another run on the throwing error. Some miscommunications from the Beacons lead to an extra run right there. So 2 runs score on the sac fly. One of them on an error. Seidner comes out, first pitch swinging, gets 2 runs on the sac fly, only one of them which will be an RBI, the other one was an error. But still a very important play right there. Once again, a pivotal moment in this game comes in the top of the 6th inning, and once again, it is the Panthers taking a 4-2 lead. Cushing will pinch hit as she did in the last game. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Catania trying to stop the bleeding right here. And that one grounded to short. Braga up the middle, can't field it. And it'll be another run scored here in the 6th inning as Cushing gets an infield single. That will be an error on Braga there, the shortstop, leading to another run. This time it is Goss able to find her way home. And that is 4 runs in the 6th inning, so the second 4-run 6th of the day. We might get a pitching change here. So the score goes to 5-2. We're going to take a quick break for everyone to meet on the mound, but it looks like they will not take Catania out of the game. She will stay in for now and face Nora Butler, who singled last time up, grounded out to short in the 3rd. So here comes Butler, 2 outs. Runner on first. The score is 5-2 in favor of Plymouth State. It's another long top of the 6th inning as Catania deals to Butler, and she lines that one foul down the third baseline for strike 1. That one is popped up in shallow center. Danahy can't get there. The inning will continue as nobody could find the ball. And that should be interference on that right there. The ball hits the runner. Stuck her hand out into it, but no call from the umpire. So as it is right now, the play stands. There's a runner on second and another run scores. It looked from here as if the base runner put her arm out into the ball, but there's no call on that. And so officially, that will be another run as Nora Butler will be on second base, and Cushing will go all the way around to score and make it 6-2. So this inning getting out of hand here for the Beacons. Archambault at the plate now. That one low again. 2 quick balls here from Catania. Butler on second, 2 outs, and a 3-0 count on Archambault. Singled in the 3rd, was caught stealing, and flew out to right last inning in the 5th. The 3-0 is low, so it's a 4-pitch walk. And now the Plymouth State Panthers have officially batted around in this inning. Morrill, who led off the inning with a walk, will come back up to the plate for the second time. And that might be it for Catania on the mound. And it will be. We will get a replacement in the circle here. It is the freshman, number 25, Jayla Blackman, coming in.
In the circle for UMass Boston, number 25, Jayla Blackman.
And we'll take a quick break as Blackman warms up. Score is 6-2 Panthers. We'll be back in just a moment. So you see Blackman's stats here so far from their non-conference schedule. Struggling so far for sure, but the ERA is from a very small sample size Opponents hitting over 500 against her, but she doesn't just need to get this one out to get out of this inning. She'd have one more inning to get through. So it'll be Blackman trying to get a couple of outs here, keep the UMass Boston Beacons alive in this game. Going to be a struggle at this point to come back from down 6-2, but still within the realm of possibility if they can cut off the bleeding right here. So first and second, 2 outs. Blackman on in the circle. And her first pitch is just low to Morrill. Blackman winds, and that one's in the dirt, 2-0. Blackman onto the rubber, and the 2-0 pitch. Throws one in there, or no, just inside, I guess. Not sure which direction that one missed, but that will be 3-0 as Blackman struggling here, trying to get out of this inning. There's a strike. Blackman gets one in there. Count goes to 3-1. Blackman winds. The 3-1 to Morrill. Grounded to short. This should do it. Braga goes to second, and Danahy is able to get there in time. And that will mercifully end this 6th inning. But 5 runs in that inning. 4 hits, multiple errors as well. Officially, I think we have 5 scored in that inning. So it will be 6-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back with that in a moment.
And back in the circle for Plymouth State, number 8, Caitlin Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 6-2 game in favor of Plymouth State, and we see Caitlin Miller back out in the circle. She started and pitched the full game in Game 1. Now back out there for inning number 6 in Game 2. Kayla Matthew went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and is in line for the win if Miller can hold on as Diuti swings and misses there. It is a 1-1 count now. This is Daiudi's first at bat. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 4th. We've already had a pinch hitter announced for the next batter, Perquette, in for Prusmack. And for now, it will be a foul ball for Daiudi, bringing the count to 1-2. L.A. Daiudi, one of the 2 Daiudi twins. We have not seen Gigi Daiudi in this games today. And Daiudi swings and misses at that one for strike 3. So Perquette will come to the plate now. Brittany Perquette pinch hitting for Kira Prusmack. And Brittany Perquette rocking the Britney Spears walk-up music. We'll come up with 1 out, nobody on here. Bottom of the 6th inning, Beacons looking to get back into this game. They trail 6-2. Perquette looking to slap it, takes strike 1. And if they can get a couple of base runners on, they would be getting towards the dangerous part of the order with Bonilla, Vento, and Pawlina. But they need some base runners here from the bottom of the order to make that happen. Perquette shows bunt, pulls it back. Miller winds. This time she gets the bunt down and it goes foul. So Perquette goes into a 1-2 count here. Miller looking for back-to-back strikeouts to start off her second stint of the day. The windup and the 1-2. That one fouled back out of play. And here's the pitch. That one low. Perquette will take for ball 2. So a 2-2 count here. Caitlin Miller back in the circle, pitching to pinch hitter Brittany Perquette. Perquette came on as a pinch runner last game, but did not bat or play in the field at all. And a check swing right there. And they say she goes around. Perquette did not like that call. I didn't either. They check with a first base umpire about a lefty swing. So they're discussing this here. Coach for the Beacons wanting an explanation. Seems valid. To me, the swing did not go close to anywhere near the front of the plate. Of course, for those of you who don't know about this, the rule does not technically say anything about whether a check swing was a swing or not. It does not say the front of the plate. It does not say whether the wrist snapped. It only says if the batter shows intent to swing. One of the least clear rules in all of professional sports, or in college sports as well. But that is usually interpreted as either the bat crossing the front of home plate or the wrists of the batter snapping around. Neither of those were anywhere close to happening on that attempted swing right there. But the umpires can rule that the batter showed intent to swing. And they will do so. So after much discussion, that will be a strikeout. A forwards K for those of you scoring along at home, despite what you may have seen. And now we will see Tori DeCenzo come up for the third time today. Fouled out to the third baseman and grounded out to the third baseman in her 2 out bats so far. Hit the ball pretty hard last time up, though.
Ready to hit now.
1-0 from Miller is fouled off down the first base line. So if DeCenzo can get on base, that brings up Ari Bellata, and then we get back around to the top of the order. They're in a good part of the lineup to make a last-minute comeback, but they are down by 4 runs, so it's going to be difficult for sure. Miller winds. And this one driven into right field. And it gets down over the head of the right fielder, Seidner, and up against the wall. That is going to be a double for DeCenzo, a 2-out double to try to get this Beacons offense rolling, and it's a great swing from DeCenzo that gets him there. That will bring up Ari Bellata. He's had a very good day defensively. Has not gotten on base yet. Has hit the ball well a couple of times in this game too, though. So we'll see if she can translate that into a base hit here. We've also got a pinch hitter warming up on deck. That is Gacy Pena. She will bat in place of Braga if Bellata is able to get on. Bellata fouls it off out of play on the first pitch. Hits the ball pretty hard. So if they can at least get one back here, that would be a good start. Bellata with an opportunity. Runner on second, 2 outs. Caitlin Miller winds. Here's the pitch. Lined. Caught! Diving catch by Lauren Archambault at second base. It was a great swing and a great hit from Bellata, but just not able to find the hole, and Archambault makes a spectacular defensive play. So we will go to the 7th inning. Score still 6-2 in favor of Plymouth State. We'll be back with you after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final inning of today's doubleheader between the UMass Boston Beacons and the Plymouth State Panthers. Panthers are leading 6-2 as we go to the top of the 7th here. It is going to be Cassie Emerson leading off for the Panthers. A couple of defensive substitutions here. Braga and Danahy out of the game. Gacy Pena in at short and Gianna Salemi in at second. Jayla Blackman remains in the circle, and she throws strike 1 to Cassie Emerson. Change up outside right there. May have been some sort of breaking ball. Kind of hard to tell from this angle. But moved a bit away from Emerson. She lets it go for ball 1. Blackman winds, and that one's just outside for ball 2. Blackman threw her first couple of batters, showing more variety of pitches than we've seen from the other pitchers so far from the Beacons today. Not quite as much velocity. Certainly a different look. And that one is going to be low for ball 3. The different look worked as she was able to get Morrill to get out of that 6th inning and finally end that 10-batter long inning. Now behind 3-1 against Cassie Emerson. We'll see if she can get Emerson out as well. Emerson flies it to center. Going back and making the catch on the warning track is Bonilla.
The catcher, number 34, Ashley Deo.
So that'll bring up Ashley Deo. Deo singled and scored in the 6th. Singled and got thrown out in a fielder's choice in the 1st. Flew out deep to center in the 4th. 2 for 3 here in game 2. A couple of singles in game 1, or a single and a walk rather in game 1 as well. She takes ball 1 here to start off this at bat in the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. Jayla Blackman trying to get through a scoreless inning here and get the Beacons offense back out onto the field to see if they can make up this deficit. It is 6-2 right now in favor of the Panthers, as Blackman's 1-0 pitch is low. Blackman winds. The 2-0 to Deo. Line, base hit into left field. That one gets right past the shortstop, Pena. Burkett has stayed in the game as the left fielder. Prusmack has not re-entered. And now that brings up a dangerous hitter, Madison Harris. We'll see what Blackman can do. Curveball misses outside right there. Harris does not swing. Harris has had a good day as the designated player today. Has scored twice here in this game. Home run in the 4th, infield single in the 6th, and then came around to score, and that's going to be on the outside corner. Good pitch from Blackman. Blackman looking comfortable out there in the circle, has not pitched a whole lot this season. You saw the numbers, very high ERA, but in a very limited sample size, so you can't take too much from that. And that one's going to get through Diuti, and it will be a pass ball right there that puts a runner into scoring position. That one up in the zone, going to be called just high. So the count goes to 3-1 on Harris. It's a dangerous hitter to fall behind. So Blackman will do her best to get out of this inning without any further damage here. Team already down 6-2. Swinging a foul ball right there off her ankle. Harris takes a moment to walk it off, and she'll be back. Runner on second is Deo. Harris at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Score is 6-2 in favor of the Panthers still. And if they called the one last inning a strike, that one's got to be a strike too, so that's going to be strike 3. So that is a strikeout there for Blackman.
The first baseman, number 24, Mel Goss.
That brings up Mel Goss. Had a big RBI single in the 6th. She's had 2 clutch hits in 6 innings today. That's been the point of specialty so far for the Panthers, as Goss takes a very good pitch right there. Slow curve on the outside corner. Goss lets it go, and Blackman gets strike 1. The 0-1 from Blackman. Fastball, grounded to short. Pena throws to first, and they get the out. So it's a great inning for Blackman. And a good defensive play from Casey Pena as well.
For the Panthers, the top of the 7th.
And that will be it for the 7th inning, and that'll be it for the Panthers offense today unless we go to extras. We go to the bottom of the 7th. One more chance for the UMass Boston Beacons to get a split in this doubleheader. They trail 6-2. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the bottom of the 7th inning here as the UMass Boston Beacons try to claw their way back into this game against Caitlin Miller. And Gacy Pena gets hit by a pitch. And I guess it hit the bat. And that's going to be strike one. Certainly looked like it hit off her shoulder, but it will just be a foul ball. And based on today, that is a swing, but we'll get no swing called this time. No intent to swing, according to the umpires on that play. An odd at bat so far, but it ends up in a 1-1 count. And that'll be strike two. Good pitch on the outside corner. Fastball coming in from Caitlin Miller. Fastball's been good today. And now she's got Pena in the hole 0-2, or 1-2 rather. That pitch is high, lets her back into the at-bat a bit here. So a 2-2 count for Pena. Bonilla is up next, followed by Vento and Pawlina. Danahy fifth. She was removed from the game for Salemi in the top of the 7th defensively, but is able to re-enter if they get that far in their lineup. And a swing and a miss for Pena will bring Plymouth within 2 outs of a sweep. That'll bring up Giovanni Bonilla.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
Bonilla, a strikeout, a single, and another single where she came around to score today in Game 2. And she takes strike one on the outside corner there. Bonilla's had a very good day all around, offense and defense. Really needs to get on base here to start off the UMass Boston offense in the bottom of the 7th. And that one slapped foul down the third base line, quickly down in the count 0-2 against Miller. Here is the 0-2 to Bonilla. Half bunt right there. Goes back to the pitcher, Miller, and she fields her position well there to get the second out of the bottom of the 7th. So it is up to Roxanne Vento to keep this game alive for UMass Boston. This is who you would want up in this situation, but they need a lot more than just her. Vento in the designated player role at this point. Started the game as the catcher, caught about 10 innings of today's game. In Game 2, she's got a double, an infield single, and a fly out to left. Has hit the ball very well all 3 times. We'll see if she can keep this game going or if Miller can close it out for the Panthers. That one hit very well, but foul down the left field line. Vento has swung early and often today and has done very well with it so far. And the pitch. Grounded to second. This could be it. Fielded by Archambault. She will flip to first for the final out of the ballgame. And that will be it for today's doubleheader, as the Plymouth State Panthers get a 6-2 victory here in Game 2 after a 4-2 victory in Game 1. And it was the 6th innings in both games that just ruined the chances for UMass Boston today. Went in with a lead both times, but Plymouth State able to get some rallies going after leadoff walks to start off the 6th inning in both games. And we will finish up with a final score of 6-2 here today, as the UMass Boston Beacons will fall to 0-2 in the Little East Conference play so far. Plymouth State, of course, improving to 2-0. This is the first day of the conference play season. And before we wrap up, we'll take a quick look ahead to see what else is going on for this team in the near future. They'll be playing at Salve Regina and at Bridgewater State in non-conference games later this week, Tuesday and Thursday. And then back to Little East Conference play next Saturday, March 30th against Western Connecticut State, and then Tuesday, April 2nd at UMass Dartmouth. Those will both be doubleheaders for Little East Conference games. And that is going to be it for today's broadcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as we take a look at everyone who was involved in today's production. It's great to have you guys all here watching today with us, as we saw 2 very entertaining softball games for sure. Plymouth State coming out on top both times by scores of 4-2 and 6-2. For everyone else here, my name is Olin Hayes. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.